And welcome Jamie Metzger.
Hello.
A lot of hair.
A lot of hair on the table,
Yes.
yeah.
Well, tell us why your hair.
Well, my job at Otago Museum is the Collection Officer for Humanities, so my role is to look after the collections both on display and in storage, and in particularly in the humanities area.
So hair is definitely part of humanity.
Oh yes, yeah,
the way
very
I understand
immersed.
it at least. Yes. But,
Yes.
well, what are these in particular?
So all of these things on the table here are examples of Victorian mourning jewellery, and you can see particularly these ones here use hair work to construct the jewellery. So
Can you pick them up? We've got
Yeah.
our white gloves on. I'm a little bit loath myself.
So
let's see if we can get closer up.
this one here.
You hold that up like that. Well, can I? Oh, right.
Yeah, just have to be very delicate with it.
I am very delicate with everything. There we go. There we go. You're seeing that? I'll try it with my steady right hand, which isn't. Okay, what is it I'm holding?
So yes, this is a bracelet made out of human hair, so woven. So the hair was actually, it was quite versatile, and it was one of the reasons why it was used. It could be braided and woven, and so yeah, it was quite a good media to use. And this hair is actually the donor's grandmother's hair. So hair was specifically used is to create a connection between you and a loved one, or someone that meant a lot to you that had departed.
So a bracelet, you could wear a bracelet, you could wear a locket, you
Yep.
could wear, and that was the person who departed.
Yes, it's also that was also a love token as well. There is a distinction.
Can you tell the distinction at a distance?
Well,
I mean, if I were wearing one, was it someone? Am I celebrating the departed, or was it my love?
Well, sort of earlier on, you could distinguish between the two. With the sort of things that were love tokens, they were often more highly ornamented, so they were quite decorative in their finish.
Just disturbed that, my glasses are falling off.
So whereas the mourning jewellery was a bit more simple, but as times went on, mourning jewellery became a bit more fashionable, so it sort of progressed with the times, and it became a bit more ornamented.
These are particularly Victorian.
Yes, but
is the tradition, does it go back much further than that?
yes, so it's mourning. The idea of mourning jewellery, and particularly jewellery made out of human hair, that was always in the sort of 16th, 17th, and 18th centuries. It's always been a practice. But it really rose to its peak in the 19th century, and that was for a number of reasons, particularly high mortality rates in children and adults as well. And then also Queen Victoria, she really
After Albert
died of typhoid, she really took on, or she went into mourning for the rest of her life for 40 years.
Well, that's a very interesting thing you were saying, because you've told me that there is a piece of Victoria's,
yes,
a lock of her hair.
Potentially, yes, a lock of her hair.
You
yeah.
say, somewhat guardedly. So this is.
So if you have a look in here, you can see.
I doubt whether I'd have been able to touch it in real life. Oh, there it is. Now
Yeah.
I wonder. Can we just? There we are.
So the story goes
Yes.
that the donor of this, James Hood Laurie, his grandfather, he worked for a jeweller's in Scotland that specialised in hair work and jewellery, and their chief customer was Queen Victoria. So this is supposedly how he came to have a lock of Queen Victoria's hair.
Do you think he snuck it?
It's quite possible,
From
but we're not entirely sure.
No. But this, I mean, this raises an interesting, question for you. And here, you're acting as a detective. You're doing your forensic examination. So when you say that you believe this is a lock of Queen Victoria's hair, you need to be pretty damn sure. Don't you?
Exactly. So we can't give a definitive answer. So yeah, often when we go into our storerooms and when we look up things on our databases, we are having to, whatever you record now is possibly what something is going to take as fact in 20 years' time or in the future. So you do have to be very careful.
All right. How long would periods of mourning last then?
Well, it was different for men and women. So women, if a widower was expected to go into mourning for 2.5 years, and whereas a man was only expected to be mourning for 3 months.
Oh, I see.
So
now
very
it begins.
different.
Time's up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so is ours, alas. Thank you very much
Exactly.
for bringing those in.
No problem.
Most interesting. Thank you.
Cool.